हकीकत नहीं पता नहीं, जो तारी राय सो मारी राय, nothing to do, nowhere to go, देखो सुनो मत बोलो, whenever, whatever you are, be 100% कर्नाटक, किसी को आओ मत कहो, किसी को जाओ मत कहो, ना कुछ पाना ना कुछ खोना, who asked you live at zero complaint level, मौज में रहो, be happy.
Shri Krishna, Shri Krishna, Shri Krishna, Shri Krishna. Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwaraha, Guru Sakshat Param Brahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Till such time we want something, we are beggars. And beggars can never be happy. You play whatever you have to play, then stop playing, okay? Your presence is acknowledged. So, when you want nothing, you get everything. See? When you possess something, you are actually possessed by that thing. And therefore, like the mantras this kids chanted, na karmana na prajaya dhane na tyage naike amritattvamanashu. We chant the mantras, but the import of the mantra doesn't seep in our understanding. If we really analyze our experiences, my all sadhana is learn, learn, learn from your experiences of life. Books cannot teach you. Why books? Nobody can teach us. This is very basic principle. I tell you how I learned. You are all my gurus. I learned from you. In initial days, when I was new in my profession, I was exposed for the apprenticeship, and I had to talk to kids, and Bombay kids, smart. Should I say, unlike? I had to live for a few days here. Bombay kids are smart. So, want to talk to them, so I started telling. See, children, I'll tell you a story. And then, whatever was read, prepared, that only because inside blank, what to talk. So we used to prepare the lecture. Then I thought, okay, kids, I'll tell them the story of Dhruva. So started telling. After a few steps, sentences here and there, one child, sir, so what? Don't tell that story. Why? It is impossible. Why impossible? He was standing on one leg and doing the hands up. And he chanted Lord's name. We cannot stand on two legs quite. Who will do that? We don't want that. It's impossible. So what is not possible? Why tell us? I said, yes, you're right. Then I thought, let me tell them the story of Prahlad. See? When I started the story of Prahlad, again, what happened now? My dad is not like Hiranyakashipu. He's so lovely. I don't impossible. Now, second wicket down. And then I thought, what to tell to these boys, you know. So I was thinking, okay, let me tell Bhagwan Krishna's Bala Leela. So I started. You know, when Bhagwan Krishna was hardly 10, 11 years, even less than that, you know, he lifted that Govardhan mountain on the small finger of his left hand. And all of them started laughing. I said, why? Swamiji, when we lift the small finger, we go to Susu. Completely flat. I said, I accept my defeat. Now tell me, what should I do? See, they told me, Swamiji, tell something what you have experienced.
Okay.
See? पोथी पढ़ पढ़ पंडित भया न कोई. देखो महाराज, nobody can teach us. Take this principle with you. Nobody can teach us. And if we are bent upon learning, nobody can stop us. You know the story from our Mahabharata. Dronacharya was having biasness in favor of Arjun. And when Ekalavya approached to learn, he was refused. I'm sorry, I don't accept you as my disciple. Go away. But then, if I would have been there, I would have cried, I will go to some other teacher, not in that university. But he said, never mind. And he learnt without the guru. And he became better than Arjun. What is the moral of the story? Nobody can teach. And if you are bent upon learning, nobody can stop you from learning. Then what is required for learning? Instead of reacting in life, let us learn the art of acting in life. See? Reaction is the urticaria of our skin. Don't react. Act. And when we decide to act, then what will happen? We will learn from every single step. See? That is what I told you. All are my guru. I have learned from every one of you. For example, you all. You have got your problems, your wife, your children. Let me complete my sentence. That pause was just by mistake. So you have got your problems, wife, children, husband, etc., etc. And yet you find time to come for satsang without complaints. And I am a full-timer. And yet I complain. So who is senior? Who is superior? You are far, far superior, advance on the spiritual path. We are the dropouts. See? The day we take this lesson, that we have to learn something from everything, everybody, every event, we are on the path of Vedanta. See? And therefore, if we take Bhagavad Gita, just a reference book, normally one shlok we know all, and that shlok we know only half. Like, you know, when they introduce in a Rotary Club, when I went somewhere, so that person wanted to introduce. And while introduction, they quote in between some शेर शायरी. ये वही दिल है जो गम को चाहता है, etc., etc. आपने को नहीं आता. I know only one, what you call शेर or बिल्ली, whatever you call. I know only one. See? ये वही दर्द दिल है, ये वही दर्द दिल है जो उनको पाता है। भगवान भला करे उनका जो दिल दुखाता है। दिस इज फर्स्ट चैप्टर ऑफ भगवद गीता. What is the name given to first chapter? You all know that in original Mahabharata, this Om Tassat Iti Srimad Bhagavad Gita, so etc. is not there. It is added subsequently by a great saint from Varanasi, Madhusudan Saraswati Ji Maharaj. So, he rightly labeled that chapter, Arjun Vishada Yogo Nam. How can the tragedy be the yoga? See? Vishad is tragedy. What are you doing? I am practicing tragedy yoga. No. Because that tragedy, that event in our life, which has changed the direction of our life from the dogward to Godward, presently, our life is guided by the dog. In the morning, they will get up with that all nighty and whatever it is, and take the dog out and wait. Arey jaldi kar yaar. Narayan, apne ko kya farak pada hai? So if we are able to change the direction of our life because of any event in our life, understand we have changed our life completely. It is for this purpose. Difficulties are planned in our software. They are planned. They are not accidental. And then, now and then we have to update. You get new updates have come. So the new updates are, we are exposed to satsanga. See? Now the satsanga that we come across, it is God's grace. How? In Avadhuta Gita, the first mantra is this. Ishvara nugrahat eva pumsam advaita vasana mahad bhaya paritranat vipranam upajayate. If we are exposed to satsanga, if we come across to Mahatmas, it is not our efforts. Ishvara anugrahat eva. So Ishwar anugraha brings us in contact with the satsanga and Mahatmas. Then what they do? They bless us by exposing to the scriptural wisdom. That is the Shastra Krupa. So Ishwar Krupa brings us to Satsanga and Mahatmas. Mahatmas and Satsanga brings us, there is something wrong here. Better?
It's okay.
Better now. So, the two krupas are done. Now the third krupa. We have to have Atma Krupa. See? We have to work ourselves. Food can be brought to you, but you have to eat and chew and digest. Nobody can do for us. And therefore, this first chapter, it was planned by Bhagavan Sri Krishna. See? Because he knew all the things that are going to happen. Therefore, he was not serious. I remember many years before, there was some gathering, all Mahatmas. That time I was a bachcha. So, they said, you have to talk. So everybody talk. I also talk on Bhagavad Gita. Something ha hoo over. Then one elderly Mahatma, he came to me, put his hand on my shoulder. Beta, I will tell you something. I said, yes, yes, tell. He said, you should not talk so lightly on Bhagavad Gita. Bhagavad Gita is our Dharma Grantha. I said, okay. Over. Vado na avalambyaha, Narad Bhakti Sutra. Never argue with elderly people. Whatever they say, before hearing, say yes. If you argue, they will remember and they'll eat your head. But instead of that, whatever they say, yes, they will forget yes about what. And you are relaxed. Practical tips. So that was over. Then there was one Kamandalu with me. Like here, Archana is my Kamandalu. So there was a Kamandalu. That Kamandalu said, Swamiji, why didn't you tell him? I said, look here, he is an elderly person. We should not argue. Respect everybody. Why? I said, because I am selfish. Now learn. When we respect somebody, is that somebody benefited or we are benefited? See? Learn, that's all. Once we were going to Badrinath, halfway at Rudraprayag, we had a break, so all the two buses stopped and somebody gave me a nice cup of tea and I was standing and taking. Now India and devotees, what you call pilgrims, so they saw one Babaji freely available, Karo Namaskar. So one person came, did Namaskar, second lady came, did, third, a queue. So there was one doctor with me there. He was a radiologist, college professor. He said, Swamiji, how do you feel when these unknown people come and do Namaskar to you? Now how to tell her? I said, Mama, hold my tea, don't drink it. I gave her. And then the next lady who was going to do Namaskar to me, I said, Mama, stop. She is my mother. I did Namaskar to her. If you do Namaskar to me, you get 1 kilogram of merit. If you do Namaskar to my mother, you get for the same Namaskar 1 quintal of merit. Now decide. Queue diverted. A huge queue. I took my tea and went. And she was nailed. Ab jaun to jaun kahan? Fixed. And when our time of departure came, I know what is coming. I was hiding, running here. But she caught me. You nasty, why do you do like that? I said, Mama, don't get angry. You ask me a question. When unknown people come and do Namaskar, how do you feel? You felt?
Okay.
What is the thing we have to learn? When we do anything, we are benefited, not others. Therefore, when we respect, it is in our benefit. But when we are arrogant, we are at a loss. See? In this manner, when we start that real spiritual practice is Ishwar Anugraha happens on every one of us, we come to satsang. See? Then Shastra Anugraha happens to us when we go to satsanga and the teachers tell us something. Now the third is Atma Kripa. Now we have to work on ourselves. Nobody can help us. And what is that working? Working, when we study something, we have to find out the meaning of all these things. Like the shloka Bhagavad Gita's Karmanye Vadikaraste. If you see normally how this shloka is interpreted, that we have a right to do our karma, not for the results. This I learned from one college student. After my talk was over on some other topic, he said, Swamiji, I said, yes, because of Bhagavad Gita, our India is not progressing. I said, wow, everybody studying Bhagavad Gita in India. He said, no, you people say that karmanye vadikaraste ma phaleshu kadachana. That means do your duty and don't take the money. I said, wow, you are extremely intelligent. I said, said, look here, what is said is, that what I told him, I am telling you. Karmani evate adhikaraha. You are free to act or not act. Okay? Now, if you are free to act, when can you act? Can you act yesterday? You cannot. Can you act tomorrow? You cannot. So, you have to act now and here. Now, whenever you do anything, the result of that action will come in the future period of time. And every action has got a different gestation length. It's not the same. And the result of every action will come at a different time. So what we are doing, knowingly, unknowingly, we are postponing our happiness in the future period of time. See, all our actions are aimed at seeking happiness. This is where we go wrong. See, most of you are married here. There may be few happy also. See? Now tell me, who of you got married to become miserable? So, marriage is an action or accident in your life, isn't it? So, when we get married, do we get married to become miserable? No, to become happy. And when? After marriage. And then we keep on trying. 1, 2, 3. And yet we don't learn. Therefore, don't postpone happiness in your life. See? Then what is to be done? It's very simple. Whatever we have to do, instead of doing that to seek happiness, do it happily. You have learned the whole Bhagavad Gita. See, friends, it's not difficult. But if we imagine, for example, I am talking to you, this is an action, karmendriya. Now, if I imagine that after my talk is over, you all will get up and give me a standing ovation. Wow, wow, Swamiji, you are awesome or awful. And thereafter I will become happy. So what I have done? I have postponed my happiness and kept it in your pocket. But if I am happy now while talking to you, if you suffer, it is your problem. I am happy. You cannot make anybody happy in this world. And you need not make anybody miserable. Why? Everybody is self-sufficient. We don't have to make anybody miserable. Tathastu. Net result is what? Learn to remain in utter present in and through every expression of life. See? So whatever we are doing, if our actions are expression of happiness, what is the result? See? Result is one more example. See, one of my professional hazard is I have to go and take food in different people's houses. So once I went somewhere, I had food. And then out of formality, I say, oh, the food was awesome. They asked me, Swamiji, why do you do japa? To get rid of the sins. What sin you do? I tell the food was good, although it was not. It was a lie. And therefore I chant the Lord, Swami Krishna Krishna. So I went to their house and I said, Annadata Sukhi Bhava Amma, food was really good. I really enjoyed it. So husband said, Swamiji, you should come and stay in our house. We will get every day good food. Otherwise, for me, FFF, you know, fresh from fridge. It comes out of the fridge, goes into the microwave, and a pinda is prepared and you are given pindada. But when you came, it was so fresh and so good food that Amma said, Swamiji, yes, I am also surprised. The food has come out very good. I don't know how and why. I said, you know why? I'll tell you. You cooked the food as a burden or happily. Swamiji, I was waiting for this day. Swamiji will come, I'll prepare this and that, and I prepared happily with full mind in that, not as a burden. Friends, whenever you express happiness in your life, you will never be tired. Are we tired of happiness? See, this is Bhagavad Gita. Name parthasti kartavyam trishu lokeshu kinchana nana vaptama vaptavyam varta eva cha karmani. What Bhagavan Krishna was going to get from the war? He was going to become the home minister. No. And yet varta eva cha karmani. Why he was acting, working so tirelessly? Time pass. And therefore, life is a time pass. Learn this principle. When life is a time pass, you will not be having any issue of success or failure. Like when we play with the kids. You know, there is one dumb game, they call it carom, which I don't understand how to play. So in some house, till the food was ready, so that child said, Swamiji will play. I said, no, I'll read newspaper. No, you have to play with me. So, khana hai, I have to listen. Then he put that board and started playing. He was expert and I had never played that game. But then, Guru home, I had to teach him a lesson. So, I used Jugaad technology. So, he was taking the dice one after another. Then my turn came. I said, now I'll teach you. I said, okay. And then I said, hey, whose picture is that? When he looked at it, I took two and put it in. What is the rule? A rule is, theft is a crime if it is proved. If it is not proved, it is not a crime. So once, twice, third time I was caught. Then he started crying. Mummy, Swamiji is a cheat. I said, you all understood very late. I said, okay, now I will not. I will play sincerely. Again we started. Now, my interest was in food, not in that game. So after one or two strikes, his mother said, Swamiji, food is ready. I said, come on, let's go and take food. Forget about it. No, I'm winning. Now for him, victory and defeat was an issue. For me, it was a time pass till the food is ready. See, friends, don't struggle for success. Don't struggle for achievement. Relax. And when you are in that mode, you will remain inspired in life. There is a difference between inspiration and excitement. See, we have to remain inspired in life. And this is what Bhagavan Krishna told Arjuna. When Arjuna was justifying Katham Bhishmam Aham Sanke Dronam Cha Madhusudana Ishubhi Pratiyotshami Pujarha Varisudana. Hey Madhusudana, hey Arisudana, you are glorified by this name. Arisudana, the killer of the enemies. Madhusudana, the killer of the Madhu demon. You want me to kill my guru and grandfather and give me a title, Guru Sudana. See? Katham Bhishmam Aham Sanke. How can I kill? And in that, imagine Bhagavan has joined with him. Okay, you are so right, we should not fight this war. Let us go back to Haridwar and start ashram. No. He did not sympathize with the foolish ideas. He gave him a blow, and blow was so strong that it has shaken Arjun. And the blow was Klaibyammasmagama partha na etatvai upapadyate. Klibata means impotency. See? Impotency means inability to do anything in life. If we want to succeed in life, we have to be inspired. And if you are inspired, you will never carry the burden of the past failures in the present. You will never be carried away by the imaginary failures of the future. You will remain 100% in the present. When you are 100% present, you are at your best. And that can come when we lead our every moment of life in an inspired mode. Otherwise, अब जी के क्या करेंगे? मरते भी नहीं, मरो ना. जी के क्या करेंगे? See, friends, the more we become aware that we are the source of inspired performance in life. You know, everyone in Bhagavad Gita again, in the 3rd chapter, Bhagavan Krishna says to Arjun, Yad yadacharati shreshtaha tatta deve taro janaha sa yat pramanam kurute lokastadanuvartate. See? We are all an ideal for somebody or the other in this world. Every one of us. Don't think we are not great. No, we are great for somebody. See? And if we fall in the eyes of that person who takes us to be great, we have committed the highest sin in our life. Where from I learned this thing? See? In Mumbai, where we are going by car, somewhere traffic jam. Actually, I have proposed Bombay should be changed, name should be changed. It should be named as Jamnagar. All the time traffic is Jamnagar. So we are waiting, and nearby, on the away from the road, there was one auto rickshaw. One small child was sitting there, and it was parked, and he was playing. So for a time pass, I started talking to him. I said, "Hey, you are riding the auto rickshaw so well. What you want to become when you are big?" He was not NRI child. Therefore, he replied. NRI children don't reply. They do the Gayatri Mantra. I don't know. They cannot talk straight. It is the manufacturer's defect. See? So that child said, see, when I am grown up, I will buy a nice auto rickshaw, and like my father, I will also drive. I said, all the time, no, then I will grow, I will get a car, and I will drive the car here and there, and then I will drop the car, then I will become big, I will buy a big truck, and then I will drive. So for that child, auto rickshaw driver is an ideal, is it not? We are all ideal to someone or the other. We cannot behave the wrong way. We are insulting that person's respect for us. Again, where from I learned? In Delhi, in a school, there was some prayer time, and they asked me to speak few words, so I spoke. And then all the students have to go by a queue in their rooms, in their classroom. And at the end, one girl, maybe class 7 or 8, she was lingering. She said, Swamiji, I want to talk to you. I said, please, what can I do for you? Will you become angry? I said, no, I will not become. Promise? I said, promise. That time, my shirt and lungi, they were of different clothes. Shirt was this type, and lungi was some other. It was not made out of the same cloth. So they were not matching. That girl told me, Swamiji, don't mind, but you should not put different type of lungi and shirt. It doesn't look good. It looks ugly. you should put on the shirt and lungi made of the same cloth. I said, my dear, I promise you, I will do that only. Now for that child, she was looking at me. I was just standing. I don't know who is she, but for her, it was an ideal that from whom I am listening, he should be well dressed. Dekho Maharaj, this is living spiritual life. See? This I learned in a school. We had a children's camp, and on the 31st December night, bilkul celebration, and in that one brigadier came to take he was retired, and he came just to take his grandchildren. So I requested him, sir, you also tell something to these children, they will be happy. What he told was so good. He said, what your Swami told is true. How you dress and how you address tells the quality of your life. Simple living, happy, and what is the simple living and high thinking. We mistake it. Shabby living and stupid thinking. We must be presentable wherever we go. Then you will see we remain inspired. Don't you experience yourself when you put on nice fresh clothes? You feel good, is it not? Otherwise, the same nighty you get up and anyway, फिर सोना ही फिर Slowly, this process of learning takes us to the deeper meaning of the scriptures. And the deeper meaning is technically called Tatparya Nirnay. Tatparya Nirnay means moral of the story. See, when I was talking on Kathopanishad, and I don't entertain any question. So afterwards, when everything was over, I said, now, I know what question is ringing in your mind. So I tell you the answer right now. If you have a doubt, how Nachiket has gone to Yamaraj? If this question comes in your mind, you need to study Kathopanishad again. After that also, if that question remains in your mind, how Nachiket has gone to Yamaraj, you have to again study that Upanishad till you die. See, friends, who dies? Nobody dies. There is one text in Mahabharata. It is called Sanat Sujatiya. It is a very rare kind of text, as deep as Bhagavad Gita. There, it is brought out. Vidurji told after the war was over to Dhritarashtra so many things. There is a Vidur Niti. And then Dhritarashtra said, hey, you know so many things which I do not know. Is there something which I really do not know and you know? He said, yes, I know one thing. What is that? Death is a bluff. There is no death. This he has to hear after everybody was killed. Death is a bluff? How can you say like that? Tell me how it is. Then Vidurji says, I am authorized to study and learn. I am not authorized to teach. It's very important. Anybody cannot become a teacher. I have to have authority. I cannot teach you. Then I'll request my Guru, he will teach you. And he invokes Sanat Sujatiya Maharaj, and he comes and he teaches. And there this thing comes, that the topic of hell and heaven, the topic of good karma, bad karma, is meant for what? Not to send to hell and heaven. Hell and heaven is not a place. See, Swarga Loka, Loka means experience. Lokyati iti loka, experience. So what is the Swarga Lok? Kathopanishad, our Nachiket tells, Swarge loke na bhayam kinchanasti, na tatratvam na jaraya viveti, ubhe tirtva ashanaya pipase, shokatiko modate Swarga loke. So what is the heavens? Heavens is not a place, it is an experience. Now what is the experience? With reference to body, the old age and death fear will disappear. No bhayam kinchanasti, no fear. With reference to prana, the fear of hunger and thirst will disappear. With reference to mind, shoka moha, the grief and the delusion, that will disappear. That experience where fear born out of these 6 factors in our life is nullified, that experience is heaven. See, friends, and when it can happen, it is not going to hell or heaven. If you do this, you will go to hell. See, I remember once I told, this happened in USA only, many years before. I was just waiting somewhere outside a big mall. My friend forgot something, so we went inside. And I was walking. So one person came nicely dressed with the frock and all that. And he asked me, excuse me, you are from India? I said, any objection? Yes. Then, are you Hindu? I said, yes. Any problem? Do you believe in Jesus? I said, no. I believe in Lord Jesus. Okay, Lord Jesus. Then, but you say you are a Hindu, and now you are telling you believe, therefore you are Christian. I say, yes. Then, how it is possible? I said, latest technology, 2 in 1. When I said, he became so angry with me. If you say like this, you will go to hell. I said, excuse me, where will you go? If you are going to heaven, I'll prepare hell. Whom are you threatening? See, friends, you are divine. Neither you are born nor you die. And once you take this stand in your life, then only you have already entered the heavenly world. Otherwise, all the time, I don't know what is going to happen. If you don't know, relax. If you know what is going to happen, be prepared. Where is the place for worries? See, friends. And therefore, the more we reflect on these lines, that all the topics in our scriptures, they are meant only for one thing, to bring our attention to our divine being. See? Step by step we go. And therefore, Gaudapadacharya, he ultimately gives ultimate word. See? Na nirodho na cha utpatti na baddho na cha sadakaha na muktaha na mumukshurvai ittesha paramarthata. Nobody is bound, nobody is liberated, nobody is seeking, nothing is sought, nothing is good, nothing is bad. This is the ultimate truth. See? This is God realization. At this moment, we are nowhere, we are never, we are nobody, and therefore we just are. And this being is not to be certified by someone else, because being is knowing. Knowing is being. Therefore, that experience which does not involve the operation of any known means of knowledge. How do we know that I am? I can lick myself. I am. No. How do you know I am? I can smell. I think I am. No. How do I know I am myself? No. No mind, no emotions. How do I know I am? I think I am. Concept. I think I exist. No. Or being is that experience which does not involve any known means of knowledge. And that being is non-specific existence. Nirvishesha satta. Therefore, in Vedanta, you are neither sent to hell nor sent to heaven. We don't talk about the last life, this life, next life. See? But we are all the victims of our Maniram Maharaj. All the time, the past or the future. See, you remember one of the points which I emphasize always, don't talk about your past, don't ask anybody about their past. When we talk about the past, we give a sanctity of reality to our body identification. The only two steps in the spiritual path according to Vedanta. First step, freedom from body identification. And second thing, freedom from the notion that we are a jiva. If these two things are kept in front of us, then yogarato va bhogarato va sangarato va sangavihinaha yasya brahmani ramate chittam nandati 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 eva. See, friends, and how to achieve this? We don't have to do anything. Learn from your own experiences. When we are having sound sleep, you know what is the sound sleep? We create sound and others are disturbed. Sound sleep. Now in that sound sleep, where are we, when are we, and what are we? But we are there. See? So our being, be very attentive, our being is not conditioned by the body. In the dream, we are not using this body. In the deep sleep, we have dropped both the gross body and the subtle body. Yet we continue to exist. But again, when we get up, means what? First of all, I am, then where I am, then what is the time, then who I am. Samsara begins. Therefore, these two things if we try, we don't bring the past. What is the past? Is a tense. If we don't bring the future, what is the future? Is a tense. When we drop the past tense, we drop the future tense, then present is also not a tense. Then what is the present? Present is not tense. Then it is presence. Our condition is like a husband married to two wives, and both of them are holding his two hands and pulling him in their direction. And like the churning rod, this fellow is suffering. See? Again and again you reflect, we don't have to do anything. All problems are born because of wrong thinking. Panchadashikar says, avichara kruto bandha vicharena nivartate. Tasmat vichara kartavya, viveka kartavya about what? Jivatma Paramatmano. Who is the Jiva? Who is the Parama? Vichar karo, think. Who is miserable? Man or husband? Who is miserable? A girl or a mother-in-law? Think, find out. Where are they? See? The conditioned expressions are required for conducting the life, but don't take them seriously. Slowly, slowly, we will learn the art of Bhagavad Gita Upadesh. What Bhagwan Krishna summarized the whole Bhagavad Gita. In Washington, they asked me this question. Can you tell us whole Bhagavad Gita in one sentence? I said, yes, listen. What? Wherever, whenever, whatever you are, be 100%. Whole Bhagavad Gita over. What was the problem? War was not the problem. Arjuna was a professional warrior. His one of the name was Vijay. He was never defeated in any war that he fought. Then, what happened? On the battlefield, he had identity crisis. Therefore, the first chapter, if you have to name it, I name it as ICICI Bank. You know, in India, there is a bank, ICICI. IC is identity crisis. Second IC is I am confused. This is what I am. So Arjuna was confused whether he is a warrior or he is a grandson or he is a disciple or he is a brother. And because of that identity crisis, he was frustrated. What Bhagwan did not tell him to fight, did not tell him to do this, that. He simply presented the data in front of him. And at the end, what he said, have you heard? Has your delusion gone? Bhagwan did not say, I taught you so many things. Have you understood? Have you got the knowledge? Did you get the yoga? No. He said, have you understood? Has your delusion gone? And Arjuna also replies, yes. Nashto moha sruti labdha tat prasadat maya chuta stitosmi gata sandeha karishye vachanam tava. After having studied Bhagavad Gita, heard Bhagavad Gita, this is what happened to Arjuna. We also study Bhagavad Gita. What happens to us? See? Nashta smriti moha labdha tvat prasadat maya chuta gatosmi sthita sandeha karishye vachanam mama maikarunga. See, friends, if we are studying Bhagavad Gita, only take this message. Wherever, whenever, whatever you are, be 100%. And don't get entangled in that. Be 100% means what? After that job is over, drop it. And how to drop that? All the scriptures can be analyzed by one word. Life is Rama Leela or Krishna Leela. In Leela, everything appears to be happening. See, one person in Netherlands, he asked, you call all the time Bhagwan Krishna, Bhagwan Krishna. What Bhagwan? He married so many, 16,108 wives. How is Bhagwan? I said, okay, don't call him Bhagwan. No, I want to know. Then I said, okay, are you married? Yes. How many wives you have got? I will not tell her, tell me. I got one wife. Okay. Is she happy because of you? I said, don't reply, I understood. Now he who can keep 16,108 wives happy, he has to be Bhagwan. You failed with one. And he could manage such a battalion. Friends, how you look at the world, that makes all the difference. Therefore, Bhagwan said, has your delusion gone? Yes, gone. And after having said, Bhagwan didn't therefore do this. No. Vimrishya etat asheshena. Never make decisions for others. Yathechasi tatha kuru. Decision is yours. Like many people, they try to use me. Swamiji, you go and move to so many places. Can you find out some girl for my son, you know? He needs to get married and all that. So I tell them, if I could find out a girl, I would have got married myself. You are telling a failure fellow. And don't bring your son to me. I will tell him, become Babaji. Friends, life is like a cup of tea. It depends how you make it. See? Boil it too much, it will become bitter. Don't decoct it enough, it will be only watery. Add too much of sugar, it will become Gujarati tea. add too much of milk, it will become Punjabi tea. And if you come to our India, you will get there AI activated tea. Do you know that? There is Chai GPT. In that Chai GPT, it is AI improved. A stands for Adrak, I stand for Ilaichi. So Chai with Adrak and Ilaichi you get. You get in this world whatever you want. Discover happiness. Don't seek happiness. Scientific discovery. What is the meaning of discovery? Something is already there, but it is covered with something. So when we discover, we don't create. So a person who is realized, he has not become divine. He has removed the covering. What are the coverings? Coverings are that of wrong notions. Drop the wrong notions. And this is what we do. When we sleep, what do? We drop all the notions. I am rich, I am poor, I am here, I am there, I am lucky, I am unlucky. Every notion is dropped. And when we come to a state of zero notion level, we are happy. But we continue to be. And that is why we want to go to sleep again and again, even in the satsang. Many people come to satsang only for sleeping. Last experience I'll tell you. Right in the front, like these two fellows are sitting here. In Mumbai it happened. One was a descendant of Kumbhakarna. Other was having a factory of Dunlop pillows. They were sitting together. When my lecture started, this Kumbhakarna dozed off. And this Dunlop pillow wanted to move. But he was a real Kumbhakarna. He put his hand. And I was enjoying. Why should I disturb somebody's sleep? After everything was over, talk was over, Purnamadaha, Purnamidam, he was the first to get up and appreciate me. Swamiji, you are awesome. I said, very few people understand it. Then the Dunlop pillow became so angry. Swamiji saw him sleeping, why didn't you wake him up? I said, look here, be cool. What for you have come to satsang? For becoming miserable or happy? I wanted to become happy. No, listen. He was already happy. He was still struggling to become happy. Therefore, those who sleep in satsanga, I respect and revere them highest. I am not hinting at anybody, okay? Friends, life is a celebration. It is not a calibration. What will I get? Instead of what will I get, think of what can I give. Yeah, that's what we give, problems and troubles to everybody. No. If you are happy, you can never distribute miseries. If you are miserable, you can never distribute happiness. Therefore, be happy, be happy, be happy. Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om.